In the heart of Southeast Asia lies Malaysia, a land where ancient rainforests meet vibrant coral reefs. This nation is a sanctuary for countless creatures, one of the last great strongholds for wildlife on Earth. Malaysia's forests and seas regulate our planet's climate and support a vast web of life. From the smallest insect to the largest mammal, every living thing plays a role in this interconnected story. Protecting Malaysia means preserving a vital part of our shared natural heritage. Imagine a world painted in vivid colors: the flash of a hornbill, the orange fur of an orangutan, the shimmer of a river fish. This living art is the result of millions of years of evolution. The story of Malaysia's wildlife is one of survival, resilience, and beauty. From the elusive clouded leopard to the gentle dugong, each creature adds a unique chapter. As we journey through this remarkable land, we'll uncover the secrets of its inhabitants and discover how we can help secure their future. This is a journey into the very heart of the living world. Malaysia is home to some of the world's most iconic animals. The Bornean orangutan, or person of the forest, spends its life in the treetops, spreading seeds and regenerating the rainforest. The Bornean pygmy elephant, Asia's smallest elephant, travels in gentle family groups, shaping the jungle as they go. Hornbills with their striking casques are the farmers of the forest, dispersing seeds and ensuring the forest's health. The rhinoceros hornbill is a spectacular sight, its wings echoing through the jungle. And then there's the Malayan tapir, with its unique black and white pattern, a living fossil from an ancient lineage. Young tapirs, covered in spots and stripes, blend perfectly into the forest floor. These shy, solitary animals forage at night, playing a vital role in their ecosystem. Each of these creatures is a living testament to Malaysia's wild heritage. Their survival is a precious link to our planet's distant past. Protecting them means protecting the future of the rainforest itself. Malaysia's forests hide some of the world's rarest and most mysterious animals. The clouded leopard, with its striking coat and long canines, is a master of stealth, rarely seen by humans. The sun bear, the world's smallest bear, uses its long tongue to extract honey and insects, but faces threats from habitat loss and poaching. Deep in the rivers, the Malayan mahsia, or kela, thrives only in pristine waters, serving as a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Protecting the mahsia means protecting entire river systems. The pangolin, covered in tough scales, curls into a ball when threatened and helps control insect populations. Tragically, pangolins are the most trafficked mammals on Earth, hunted for their scales and meat. Their fight for survival is urgent and ongoing. Each of these rare creatures plays a crucial role in Malaysia's natural balance. Their stories remind us how much we still have to learn and how much we stand to lose. Saving them is one of conservation's greatest challenges. Malaysia's rainforests are among the oldest on Earth, some dating back over 130 million years. These ancient forests are living libraries of evolution, teeming with life from the tallest emergent trees to the smallest fungi. They are the lungs of the Earth, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, helping to regulate the global climate. The forest floor is a world of decomposition and renewal, recycling nutrients to sustain the towering trees above. Nothing is wasted. Every organism plays a part in this closed-loop system. A single hectare can contain more tree species than all of North America and Europe combined. For every tree, thousands of insects, birds, and mammals depend on it for survival. Malaysia is a megadiverse country, where nature's creativity has flourished for millions of years. Every square meter teems with life, much of it still undiscovered. Protecting these forests is essential for the health of our planet. Malaysia's rivers are the lifeblood of its jungles, carrying water and nutrients through dense forests. Rivers like the Kinabatangan are wildlife corridors, where elephants, proboscis monkeys, and hornbills gather. The health of these rivers depends on the surrounding forests, which keep the water clear and cool. When forests are lost, rivers become muddy and lifeless. Rivers have also shaped human life for thousands of years, serving as highways and sources of food. Indigenous communities hold deep knowledge of these waterways, living sustainably with nature. Wetlands and flooded forests along riverbanks are crucial breeding grounds for fish and birds. The entire river basin functions as one integrated system. Damage upstream affects life downstream. Protecting rivers means protecting forests, wildlife, and people alike. Every stream and wetland is vital to the ecosystem's health. A holistic approach is needed to safeguard these arteries of life. Amid challenges, Malaysia is home to inspiring stories of hope and dedication. The Bornean Sun Bear Conservation Centre rescues and rehabilitates sun bears, aiming to return them to the wild. Local communities along the Kinabatangan River now protect wildlife, working as guides and hosts in conservation tourism. Their livelihoods depend on the health of the forest and its animals. On the east coast, rangers and scientists protect sea turtles, moving eggs to hatcheries and releasing hatchlings safely into the sea. Indigenous rangers patrol forests, and scientists study wildlife to improve conservation. These people are the true guardians of the wild, working in tough conditions out of love for nature. Their efforts show that with commitment and collaboration, real change is possible. Conservation is not just about saving animals, it's about building a future where people and wildlife thrive together. Hope grows wherever people and nature work side by side. Despite hope, Malaysia's wildlife faces urgent threats. Habitat loss from deforestation for agriculture, especially palm oil, is the greatest challenge. When forests disappear, animals lose their homes and food sources. The illegal wildlife trade pushes species like pangolins and tigers toward extinction, driven by global demand. Poaching is carried out by organized syndicates, making it hard to stop. Human-wildlife conflict is rising as animals wander into farms, leading to tragic outcomes. Finding peaceful coexistence requires planning, community engagement, and innovative solutions. Pollution from agriculture and industry poisons rivers and kills wildlife. Plastic waste threatens marine life, causing injury and death. Tackling these issues demands action from governments, communities, and individuals. The future of Malaysia's wildlife depends on our choices today. The time to act is now. The challenges are great, but everyone can help protect Malaysia's wildlife. Choose products with certified sustainable palm oil to support forests and orangutans. As a tourist, pick ethical operators and support local communities through homestays and crafts. Never buy souvenirs made from animal parts. Support conservation groups like the Malaysian Nature Society or the Sun Bear Conservation Centre. Every donation helps. Adopt an orangutan or turtle to stay connected to the cause. Share Malaysia's wildlife stories with friends and on social media to raise awareness. The more people who care, the greater the pressure for change. Education and awareness are the first steps toward a better future. Every action, big or small, makes a difference. The future of Malaysia's wildlife hangs in the balance. One path leads to silent forests, the other to a world where humans and wildlife thrive together. Nature is resilient, forests can regrow, and animal populations can recover if given a chance. Conservation efforts and community dedication are making a difference. Malaysia stands at a crossroads, with the chance to lead the world in conservation. This requires bold decisions, innovative solutions, and the participation of all citizens. A living rainforest is worth more than a cleared one, in every sense. Let's be inspired by Malaysia's beauty and complexity. Support the guardians of the wild and make conscious choices. The story of Malaysia's wildlife is our story too. Together we can ensure a future where these living treasures endure for generations. The Himalayas, colossal peaks, eternal snow, the roof of the world. These majestic mountains stretch across 5 countries, creating a natural fortress that has stood for millions of years. This vast mountain range shapes the climate of an entire continent, forming a formidable barrier between the Indian subcontinent and the Tibetan plateau. It influences weather patterns, monsoons, and even the cultures of the people living in its shadow. Here, nature is raw and powerful, thin air, relentless winds, and bone-chilling cold. The environment is harsh and unforgiving, yet it is also breathtakingly beautiful. Yet, life thrives in this vertical world, with ecosystems stacked from lush foothills to barren ice fields. Each layer supports a unique array of flora and fauna, adapted to survive in extreme conditions. The Himalayas are the source of Asia's greatest rivers, sustaining billions of people. These rivers provide water for drinking, agriculture, and industry, making them lifelines for the regions they flow through. These mountains act as a climate engine, trapping monsoon rains and nurturing biodiversity. The forests and valleys are home to countless species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Our journey explores the ingenious ways life survives here, from elusive snow leopards to high-flying geese. These creatures have evolved remarkable adaptations to thrive in such a challenging environment. Each story is a testament to adaptation and endurance in one of Earth's most challenging environments. The resilience of life here is a powerful reminder of nature's tenacity. On the roof of the world, every day is a battle for existence. The animals and plants that call this place home must constantly adapt to survive. This is the Himalayas, a kingdom of extremes and a sanctuary for the tenacity of life. It is a place where the beauty of nature and the struggle for survival are inextricably linked. Life in the high Himalayas is a daily struggle against thin air and brutal cold, where every breath and every step is a challenge. Here, the landscape is both breathtaking and unforgiving, shaped by relentless winds and snow. Above 4,000 meters, oxygen is scarce, less than half of what's available at sea level. The air is so thin that even the hardiest creatures must fight for every breath, and the cold bites deeper with every gust of wind. Animals like the wild yak have evolved larger lungs and hearts, allowing them to draw in more oxygen with each breath and pump it efficiently through their bodies. Their blood is rich in hemoglobin, enabling them to survive where most would falter. These adaptations are the difference between life and death at these heights. The Himalayan winter brings freezing temperatures and howling winds that sweep across the plateaus, turning the world into a frozen wilderness. Survival depends on insulation. Snow leopards with their thick, luxurious coats and brown bears who grow dense fur and store body fat are well equipped to endure the coldest months. Many animals seek shelter in caves or burrows. These hidden refuges offer protection from the wind and snow and a place to wait out the worst of winter. Some, like the Himalayan marmot, hibernate through winter. Hibernation slows their metabolism, allowing them to survive for months without food, safe and warm underground. They conserve precious energy until spring's return, when the snow finally begins to melt and life stirs once more. Every adaptation is a response to the relentless cold and lack of oxygen. Here, endurance is everything, and only those who are truly prepared can hope to survive. Only the most resilient survive in this high-altitude world, where the environment tests every living thing to its limits. The Himalayas demand ingenuity from every creature, whether it's finding food, shelter, or simply a way to stay warm. Life here is a constant test of adaptation, where only the cleverest and toughest can thrive in the thin air and biting cold. In the open Himalayas, camouflage is survival. The snow leopard's dappled coat blends perfectly with rocky slopes, making it nearly invisible to prey and rivals. This stealth is vital for hunting bharal or blue sheep and for avoiding danger. A successful ambush saves precious energy in this harsh terrain. Even apex predators must sometimes hide. Mothers with cubs or the injured rely on invisibility. Other creatures, like the female Himalayan monal, use subtle plumage to vanish while nesting. Young animals are born with camouflaged coats, crucial for their survival. In the Himalayas, the art of not being seen is a fundamental skill. Every creature, predator or prey, is a master of disguise. Blending in is the difference between life and death. Here, invisibility is the ultimate defense. The Himalayas are a stage for a dramatic ballet of predator and prey. Snow leopards hunt bharal, whose hooves grip sheer cliffs for escape. The leopard's long tail provides balance for breathtaking leaps during the chase. It stalks from above, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The attack is sudden, a vertical dance where a single misstep is fatal. Tibetan wolves, hunting in packs, use endurance and teamwork to pursue prey like kiang and yak. Their relentless pursuit forces herbivores to stay ever vigilant. Each hunt is a test of agility, strength, and strategy. Survival here is a constant contest of wits and adaptation. The predator-prey dynamic shapes every life on these slopes. For Himalayan herbivores, finding food is a relentless challenge. Summer brings a brief abundance. Alpine meadows burst with life, and animals like blue sheep and tahr graze intensely to build fat reserves. The tahr browses on shrubs and trees, while blue sheep stick to open slopes, always near escape routes. Pikas, small rabbit-like mammals, spend summer gathering and drying grasses for winter caches. Wild yaks, the largest herbivores, use their strength to uncover frozen grasses beneath snow. Their digestive systems extract nutrition from the toughest plants. Every species has a unique strategy to survive the lean months. Resilience and resourcefulness are key to enduring the Himalayas' scarcity. Here, survival is a daily quest for sustenance. The skies of the Himalayas are home to extraordinary birds, each uniquely adapted to survive in one of the world's most challenging environments. Here, the air is thin, the winds are fierce, and the temperatures can plummet without warning. Yet life finds a way to thrive. The remarkable bar-headed goose migrates over the highest peaks on Earth, soaring at altitudes where even jets cruise. This feat is possible thanks to their specialized hemoglobin, which allows them to absorb oxygen efficiently in the thin mountain air. Their journey is one of the most incredible migrations in the animal kingdom. The lammergeier, or bearded vulture, is a master of survival. Feeding almost exclusively on bone, it soars high above the cliffs, dropping bones from great heights to shatter them and access the nutritious marrow inside. This unique diet sets it apart from all other birds of prey. Grandalas, with their striking blue plumage, form swirling flocks that dance across the sky. Even in the depths of winter, they search tirelessly for insects, braving the cold and snow in their quest for food. Their constant movement not only helps them find scarce food, but also keeps them safe from predators lurking among the rocks and snowfields. The Himalayan snowcock is another high-altitude specialist, living right at the snow line. By day, it forages among the sparse vegetation, and each morning it glides down to lower ground to feed, making the most of the changing conditions. At night, the snowcock seeks safety by roosting on high, inaccessible cliffs, far from the reach of predators. Each of these birds has evolved unique strategies to survive the thin air, biting cold, and unpredictable weather of the high Himalayas. Their resilience is a testament to the power of adaptation. Their vibrant colors and lively calls bring a sense of wonder and vitality to the stark, often silent mountain landscape. In the Himalayas, even the smallest wings are capable of conquering the highest challenges, proving that size is no barrier to survival here. These birds are true survivors of the sky, embodying the spirit of endurance and adaptation in the world's highest mountains. Survival in the Himalayas isn't just about competition. Unexpected partnerships flourish here. The Tibetan fox follows brown bears as they dig for pikas, snatching escaping prey the bear unearths. Mixed species bird flocks forage together, increasing vigilance and efficiency while reducing competition. Marmot alarm calls warn not just their own kind, but also blue sheep and birds, creating a shared early warning system. These alliances, whether intentional or accidental, help many species thrive. The web of life here is intricate and interconnected. Cooperation can be as vital as competition. In the Himalayas, survival often depends on the actions of others. Every relationship shapes the mountain community. The Himalayas are full of hidden stories. The Himalayan jumping spider survives at over 6,500 meters, feeding on wind-blown insects. Royal's mountain vole tunnels beneath alpine meadows, aerating soil and channeling water, supporting the ecosystem. The dipper, a small bird, flies underwater in icy streams, hunting aquatic insects. Each of these creatures is a specialist, thriving where few others can. Even legends like the Yeti have roots in real animals. Many sightings are likely Himalayan brown bears. These tales blend myth and reality, adding to the region's mystique. Every small survivor plays a vital role in the mountain's web of life. The Himalayas' lesser-known residents are as remarkable as their famous counterparts. The Himalayas, though mighty, are fragile. Rapid climate change is shrinking habitats and disrupting the delicate balance of life. Species adapted to cold are pushed higher, squeezed into shrinking pockets. Human activity, grazing, roads, and poaching adds further pressure. Yet, hope remains. Conservation efforts and community partnerships are making a difference. Predator-proof corrals and sustainable tourism help protect both wildlife and livelihoods. The fate of the Himalayas is tied to our own. Protecting this ecosystem safeguards a vital part of our planet's heritage. The future depends on our choices today. The roof of the world must be preserved for generations to come. Step into a New Zealand forest and you're greeted by a symphony of birdsong. With no native land mammals, birds became the rulers here. The kiwi, a nocturnal, flightless icon, uses its keen sense of smell to hunt on the forest floor. Look up for the kereru, the clumsy but vital wood pigeon, and the tua, a master mimic with a dazzling song. These birds are the gardeners and architects of the forest. In the mountains meet the kea, the world's only alpine parrot, famed for its intelligence and curiosity. The takahe, once thought extinct, is a living fossil, rediscovered after 50 years. Listen for the haunting call of the kokako, echoing through the canopy. Many of these birds are weak flyers or flightless, making them vulnerable to introduced predators. Conservation efforts are helping some species recover, but their survival is a daily battle. Each bird tells a story of adaptation and survival, shaped by New Zealand's isolation. They are the true soul of wild New Zealand. New Zealand's evolutionary wonders go beyond birds. Look closer for ancient reptiles and giant insects. The tuatara, a true living fossil, is the last of its kind from the age of dinosaurs, with a third eye and a lifespan over a century. Spotting one on a predator-free island is like stepping back in time. Meet the weta, giant cricket-like insects, some heavier than sparrows. The mountain stone weta can freeze solid in winter and thaw out alive, thanks to natural antifreeze. In the Waitomo caves, glowworms create a galaxy of light, luring prey with bioluminescent threads. These creatures are vital to the ecosystem, decomposers, pollinators, and food for others. Their survival depends on healthy forests and the absence of predators. From tuatara to glowworms, New Zealand's small creatures are just as spectacular as its birds. They're the unsung heroes of this wild land. Each is a living testament to New Zealand's splendid isolation. To understand New Zealand's wildlife, you must know its forests, ancient living communities. In the north, kauri giants like Tane Mahuta have stood for millennia, shaping unique ecosystems beneath their branches. Southern beech forests, draped in moss and lichen, create a fairy tale atmosphere and drive dramatic cycles of life with their mast years. The understory teems with ferns, including the iconic silver fern and towering mamaku tree ferns. These forests stabilize soil, filter water, and absorb carbon, vital for the land's health. Every layer, from soil to canopy, is interconnected and alive. Walking here is a sensory experience: damp earth, cool air, and birdsong. Protecting these forests is critical for New Zealand's natural heritage. They are the cradle of life in Aotearoa. In the deep south lies Fiordland National Park, a realm of towering mountains, plunging fjords, and lush rainforests. Waterfalls cascade down granite cliffs, feeding forests that cling to steep slopes. The fjords shelter bottlenose dolphins and New Zealand fur seals, adapted to this wild environment. Beneath the surface, a layer of dark freshwater allows deep-sea species like black coral to thrive at shallow depths. Fiordland's forests are strongholds for endangered birds like the takahe, mohua, and rock wren. Its remoteness has protected it, but threats remain. Stoats and deer still challenge conservation efforts. This World Heritage Area is a sanctuary of global importance. Exploring here feels like entering a lost world full of discovery. Fiordland is not just a park, it's a national treasure. Its grandeur inspires awe and a deep sense of responsibility. Protecting it is a challenge worth every effort. The Southern Alps stretch the length of the South Island, a world of rock, ice, and snow. Crowned by Aoraki, Mount Cook, these mountains are ever-changing, with glaciers and rivers shaping the land. Life here is tough, only the hardiest survive. The key and rock wren are true mountaineers, perfectly adapted to the harsh alpine world. Alpine plants like tussocks and the Mount Cook lily have evolved to withstand wind and cold. In summer, the alpine meadows burst with color. The Alps are a vital water source, feeding rivers and sustaining life downstream. Their health is tied to the well-being of the entire South Island. They are a powerful symbol of New Zealand's wild beauty. Offshore islands are New Zealand's biological arks, safe havens for endangered species. Islands like Tiritiri, Matangi, and Ulva have been cleared of predators, allowing rare birds to thrive. Volunteers have replanted forests and reintroduced species, creating sanctuaries teeming with life. Here, you can see takahe grazing and kiwi foraging at night. For the kakapo, these islands are the last refuge. Intensive management keeps them from extinction. These sanctuaries are living laboratories, proving recovery is possible. Their success has inspired the ambitious Predator-Free 2050 goal. Lessons learned here are being applied to the mainland. These islands are beacons of hope and blueprints for a wilder future. They show that with effort we can turn back the tide of extinction. New Zealand's wildlife faces a crisis. Its unique evolution left it defenseless against introduced predators. Polynesian and European settlers brought rats, stoats, possums, and more, devastating native species. Stoats and rats are relentless hunters, wiping out birds and insects. Possums compete for food and destroy eggs and chicks. Habitat loss has compounded the problem. 3/4 of forests have been cleared, fragmenting wildlife populations. Wetland destruction has hit aquatic life hard. Disease, like Kari dieback, now threatens even the ancient forests. These combined threats have pushed many species to the brink. The fight for survival is urgent and ongoing. New Zealand's natural heritage hangs in the balance. Across the sun-drenched African plains, a river of black and white surges forward, the Great Zebra Migration. This annual spectacle is one of nature's most awe-inspiring events, a testament to the resilience and instinctual drive of these magnificent creatures. Thousands of zebras, each with unique stripes, embark on an epic journey, driven by instinct and the search for fresh grazing and water. Their stripes, like fingerprints, are unique to each individual, serving as a natural camouflage against predators. The thunder of hooves echoes across the savannah, a testament to their determination. As they run, they kick up clouds of dust, creating a mesmerizing scene of movement and energy. This is no casual stroll, it's a marathon of survival fraught with peril. The terrain is unforgiving, and the journey is long and arduous, testing the limits of their endurance. Moving as one, their stripes create illusions that confuse predators. This collective movement is a defense mechanism, making it difficult for predators to single out an individual zebra. Every step is a calculation, every decision a matter of life and death. Their keen senses are always on high alert, scanning for any signs of danger. Treacherous river crossings and prowling predators test their endurance. The rivers are teeming with crocodiles, and the land is patrolled by lions, ever watchful for an opportunity. The migration follows the rains, carving ancient paths across the Serengeti and Masai Mara. These routes have been traveled for generations, guided by the promise of lush pastures and life-sustaining water. But what truly dictates this journey? The answer lies far beyond the plains, in the world's oceans. The ocean currents influence the weather patterns, which in turn dictate the availability of resources on land. The fate of these herds is tied to the silent, powerful currents of the sea. These currents drive the rains that nourish the plains, creating a delicate balance that sustains life in this harsh environment. The oceans are Earth's climate engine, shaping weather across continents. Beneath their surface, vast rivers of water flow, carrying heat and energy around the globe. These powerful currents and temperature shifts are invisible to the naked eye, yet their influence reaches every corner of our planet, from the icy poles to the sun-baked savannas of Africa. Subtle changes in sea temperatures, like El Niño and La Niña, unleash global chain reactions. These phenomena may begin thousands of miles away in the Pacific, but their effects ripple outward, altering wind patterns, rainfall, and even the timing of the seasons. What starts as a slight warming or cooling of ocean water can set off a cascade of events that impact weather systems across the world. A few degrees difference in the Pacific can trigger floods or droughts thousands of miles away. In some regions, rivers overflow and landscapes are transformed into wetlands. In others, the rains fail to arrive, and the earth cracks under the relentless sun. These dramatic shifts can happen with little warning, leaving communities and wildlife struggling to adapt. Ocean currents, such as the Agulhas off Africa's coast, transport warmth and moisture inland. These mighty flows act as conveyor belts, delivering life-giving rains to the heart of the continent. Without them, the land would be far drier, and the delicate balance of life would be thrown into chaos. Any shift in these currents can disrupt the delicate balance that savanna life depends on. The difference between a thriving grassland and a barren plain can hinge on the invisible movements of water far out at sea. Plants, animals, and people all feel the impact when the ocean's patterns change. For zebras, these distant oceanic shifts dictate the availability of food and water. Their migrations, their survival, and even their breeding cycles are tied to the rains that the ocean helps deliver. When the grass grows tall and waterholes fill, herds flourish. But when the rains fail, life becomes a struggle. The warming of a distant sea can determine whether a zebra foal survives its first rainy season. A single season of abundant rain can mean the difference between life and death for the youngest and most vulnerable. The fate of each new generation is written by the ocean, long before the first drops fall. The ocean's hidden hand guides their destiny from afar. Its influence is subtle but profound, shaping the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. These events are not random. They're part of a complex, interconnected global system. Every shift in the ocean's rhythm sends signals through the atmosphere, linking distant lands and diverse ecosystems in a delicate dance of cause and effect. The heartbeat of the ocean pulses through the African plains, connecting the fate of zebras, grasslands, and people to the vast, ever-changing sea. It may seem strange, but the Pacific's temperature can shape a zebra's fate in Africa. The link is the atmosphere, carrying ocean signals to the land. Warm oceans send moisture-laden air across continents, delivering or withholding rain. Patterns like the Indian Ocean dipole can bring drought or abundance to East Africa. This tug-of-war directly impacts the grasses zebras rely on. The dance between ocean, wind, and rain is the engine of life on the savanna. For zebras, their world is far larger than the plains. They're connected to the entire planet. The health of distant oceans shapes their habitat. Understanding this connection is crucial as climate becomes more unpredictable. El Niño is the most powerful oceanic event, casting a long shadow over Africa. During El Niño, rains fail, plunging southern and eastern Africa into drought. The warming Pacific disrupts atmospheric circulation, suppressing rainfall. Waterholes vanish, grasses wither, and ancient migration routes become barren. The rhythm of migration is broken. Survival becomes a desperate search. La Niña, El Niño's counterpart, can bring lush conditions, but sometimes too much rain, causing floods. Both extremes, driven by the same oceanic cycle, show how Africa's wildlife is tied to the Pacific's whims. The fate of the savanna is written in the waves. The zebra's struggle is a direct result of distant oceanic forces. For zebras, life is a chase for green grass that follows the rains. Their migration, social structure, and survival hinge on seasonal rainfall. When oceanic events disrupt this rhythm, chaos replaces predictability. Drought turns grass to straw and waterholes to dust, forcing zebras to travel farther for survival. The weakest, young, old, sick, are the first to fall. Predators exploit weakened herds, and waterholes become deadly traps. The rhythm of rain is replaced by the rhythm of ruin. Severe droughts can impact zebra health for years, affecting future generations. Ancient instincts are challenged by a climate that no longer follows the rules. The disruption of the rains is a disruption of life itself. The zebra's journey is a quest for green pastures, a timeless odyssey shaped by the invisible hand of the water cycle that begins far away in the vastness of the sea. Each year, as the sun draws moisture from the ocean, clouds gather and drift inland, promising life to the parched earth. For zebras, these distant oceanic rhythms are the silent drumbeat guiding their every step. In Botswana's Makgadikgadi Pans, zebras embark on one of Africa's great migrations, traveling hundreds of kilometers across open plains. Their journey is precisely timed to the arrival of the rains, which transform the landscape from dust to emerald. The promise of fresh grass and water is what drives them onward, generation after generation. But when oceanic events disrupt the cycle and the rains fail to come, the signal to migrate is lost. The land remains dry, and the zebras wait in vain for the life-giving storms that never arrive. In these harsh years, zebras face a terrible choice: stay and risk starvation, or venture into barren lands in search of hope. The struggle for survival becomes a daily test, as the herds grow weaker and the landscape offers little mercy. In bad years, migrations are delayed, altered, or collapse entirely. The ancient patterns that once guided the herds become uncertain, and the future of the migration hangs in the balance. To understand these changes, scientists track zebra movements with GPS technology, overlaying their paths with rainfall and sea temperature data. This high-tech approach reveals the intricate connections between distant oceans and the lives of animals on the African plains. The correlation is clear. When ocean conditions are stable, migrations follow predictable routes and timing. But when anomalies disrupt the system, chaos follows, and the delicate balance between climate and life is thrown into disarray. In this way, the zebra's journey becomes a living graph of global climate dynamics, their movements tracing the invisible patterns of weather and water that shape our world. Their survival is a direct reflection of the planet's shifting climate, a testament to both the resilience and vulnerability of life in a changing world. In every hoofbeat, the ocean's pulse can be felt, a powerful reminder that the fate of the zebras, and indeed all life, is intimately tied to the rhythms of our blue planet. Zebras follow ancient migratory paths, guided by generations of instinct. But as climate patterns shift, these routes no longer guarantee survival. Zebras are forced to explore new territories, facing unfamiliar dangers and obstacles. The pace of climate change outstrips their ability to adapt. Some herds now encounter human settlements, leading to conflict over resources. The challenge is immense, rewriting ancestral maps in real time. Their resilience is tested as they search for new paths in a changing world. The need to adapt is a challenge for both zebras and humans. The zebra's fate reveals a fundamental truth. Everything on Earth exists in a precarious balance. The savanna's web of life is underpinned by climate, and climate by the ocean. Disrupt one part, and the effects ripple throughout the ecosystem. More frequent and intense oceanic events threaten to unravel this balance. For zebras, this means longer droughts, harsher floods, and unpredictable seasons. The migration is a barometer for the health of the entire ecosystem. A collapse in zebra numbers would send shockwaves through the food web. Conservation requires protecting habitats and the global systems that sustain them. The health of the planet is indivisible. The survival of zebras is linked to choices we make as a global community. Watching the zebra migration is witnessing resilience and connection. Their journey is a reminder that we live on an interconnected planet. The ocean writes the story of rain, rain grows the grass, and grass fuels the migration. But now, those rhythms are changing, and the wisdom of the wild is being tested. The zebra's struggle is a warning. The balance we rely on is fragile. Protecting oceans and stabilizing climate ensures the thunder of hooves continues. The fate of zebras and oceans is one and the same. By understanding these connections, we can protect the magnificent web of life.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you, I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to